As an industry, we are here to lock arms so that we don't leave anybody behind. And our discussion today is talking specifically about how you can stand out as a shop in your market, in your industry. We're putting together a phenomenal gathering, and you all want to be there. So those of you who are on, this is going to be awesome. My name is Jimmy Lea. I'll be the host for us today as we have this discussion. I'll be the voice for you. This is my email address. Capture, take a picture, get out your cell phone. Don't ever worry. I will show this again here at the very end as well. This is how you can get in touch with me. I'm also going to give you my cell phone here at the very end. So if you didn't get that, that's okay. Joining me today in our discussion about Beyond the Bays is Mr. Bret Faley. Bret is the shop owner of Automasters in York, PA. So who's York, PA?
That was
Automotive.
Chip.
That Chip. How about that, huh?
Yep, I know Chip.
You know Chip. Is he just down the street or is he a little
Not far away. He's a go-to when we run into a Euro problem. I'll reach out to him.
Nice, because you're doing more of the general auto repair, right?
Correct. We general automotive, but we do have some Euros that come in that we still service.
Nice, nice. I've been to your shop twice now, Bret, and both times that front door was locked.
Well, you hit me after 6 p.m.
Totally did. And one time it was on a Saturday or Sunday or something like that. So one of these times I'm going to get there when we're all together and we can get a tour of your shop because, oh, man, that would be awesome. I look forward to seeing your shop one of these days.
Oh, it'd be great.
Yep, yep. And this weekend, Super Saturday, Ma'aka is doing Super Saturday this Saturday, coaching and training. Chip, hope you're going to be there. Give us a shout out. Let us know. Oh, Bret says hi, Chip. No, Chip says hi, Bret.
Oh, hey, Chip. But yeah, I will be at Super Saturday on Saturday. I'm leaving my other training tomorrow and Friday, and I'll be heading there to support Mid Atlantic ACA.
Nice. I'm calling it Ma'aka.
Maka.
Ma'aka.
Yeah.
I like to pronounce that double A. Ma'aka.
Maka.
No. Are they doing that, or do you just rather be Maka?
I have no idea. I haven't talked to them about what we should be officially saying the acronym as.
All right. Well, one of these days, California will sign up, and then we'll have to just change everything. So, Bret, thank you for being here. Bret is a dear friend in the industry. We've known each other for at least a decade or more, and it's just been a phenomenal. Although I think it's been less than a decade, Bret. I think it's only been
about a little over a year or so.
That's it. It feels like forever, bro. Like
I know, man. It's brother from another mother.
That's it. Have you ever had that situation happen where you meet up with somebody and it's like instant bond?
Yep. That's truthfully, that's where everybody should be at.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. So, speaking of brothers, Bret says Jackets game at Tools. Give Jimmy a run for his money. Bret, you're being called out. By the way,
and I forgot mine. Jimmy, go ahead.
1 second.
Go ahead.
So I'll let you know, Andrew, that Bret did really well at Tools, and he brought me a OTT jacket. Oh, yeah, baby. I mean, this is the gold standard of jacket. And I went with more of a classic that I gave to Bret at Tools.
And I wore it already, so.
Oh, it's a good jacket, huh? I was
Love
like,
it.
Oh, dude, if you don't like it, let me know. This is also my, can you see that? The black? That's a good jacket too. We'll talk more about jackets here in a minute. But Andrew, yeah, the game is on. The game is on, and we're bringing out the bling bling. Oh, baby. Wait till I show you what I got coming today. Yeah. Bret, you're going to be jelly because you're going to love this.
Oh, cool.
Speaking of brothers from another mother is Mr. Parker Branch. Parker is the owner of Branch Automotive, which is really Branch Diesel. He works on that mid heavy duty, right? F-250 to 650.
That's correct. Pretty much everything light duty passenger diesel vehicles and on up to the 5500s and so.
Yeah. Yeah. 5,500. Oh, wow.
Yep,
Okay. But you also work on the gas trucks as well.
that's true. We kind of broadened our horizons this last year with a little expanded space. We had the capability to service domestic gas, but hadn't in the past because of space limitations. We were seeing 400 light duty diesel trucks a month and hard to fit more than that in the shop until we gained a little space.
Yeah, because you just expanded with another 6 bays or 4 bays. What did
That's
you add?
right. Yeah, we added six more bays. We bought the building right next door to us. Was kind of a necessity for parking, and with the bonus of some space that we were able to expand.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now I have been to Parker's shop when the lights were on and the front door was open. So, Brett, I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying I've been to his shop. Amazing. It was awesome. Thank you for the tour, Parker. He's got a dyno is the dyno for diesels? Is that what you're doing there,
It,
Parker?
yeah, it's a Mustang MD 500 all-wheel drive dynamometer, and we use that to perform loaded chassis runs for diesel emission testing for the state of Colorado. So all that's done on the dynamometer under a load, measuring opacity output out the tailpipe, and yeah, so we've had that baby for a while, and we occasionally slip some fun stuff on there. It's capable of harnessing up to 1500 horsepower in an all-wheel drive or two-wheel drive setup.
Oh my gosh. So I always thought the dynos were for the performance. I did not know you use them for also for emissions. That's super cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, and it's a great diagnostic tool. So when that customer comes in and says, "Yeah, when I'm pulling the trailer at 90 miles an hour, I have this issue," and we're certainly not going to send the guys out with the trailer to do 90, but we can simulate that right there in the bay.
Shut up. Are you serious? You're going 90 miles an hour in the bay with the truck?
Absolutely, whatever condition, load, grade of climb or weight of trailer, we can punch that in, and within 30 seconds, we're ready to start a test drive to simulate that.
Wow. Who's doing 90 pulling a trailer? Holy smokes.
I know a guy, but
His name is Parker,
I mean, it's a long drive from here to New York with that boat.
right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Parker, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you do it. You do what you got to do. You got to simulate what the customer's saying so that you can make sure that you're hitting on all cylinders for them. And in your case, you can actually hit on all cylinders, which is amazing.
Yep.
All right. Our discussion today, we're talking about Beyond the Bays. We're talking about Standout. Standout is the theme of the Institute's summit meeting in February. And that's all the promotion I'm going to give about the summit. Yes, everybody, you need to attend, but don't attend because I'm saying you need to attend. Attend because Parker has been there before. I've been there before too. Bret is coming for the first time. So he's a newcomer to one of our events. Is that true, Bret? Is this the
That is
first event?
correct. That'll be the first one with the Institute.
Nice. That's gonna be cool. So, Bret, you've got questions as a first timer. Parker, you've got experience as a veteran. What can the newbie expect from attending the summit? What was some of your takeaways that you got last year? And Bret, jump in with questions because Parker, otherwise he'll just keep going and talking.
Yeah, I'm not at a loss for words, and especially when it comes to talking about the experience that I've had at the summit the past go round.
And give some history here too, Parker, because it goes back further than the Institute. And I'd love to give your input on that because I attended one of those as well, by the way.
Yeah, we had Jimmy and I had talked a little bit about this not too long ago. When I was with RLO back before Cecil and the Institute acquired RLO, and they had an all group meeting, which is kind of like a summit back in 2017 out in Las Vegas, and
That was actually the first event that I had attended. Brian Bates gave me the golden ticket to come along and check it out. He was excited for what it would do for me and my business. And he was, spot on. Things have really changed since then, but that was my first experience doing that. The networking was amazing. Getting to see all these people that you may know or you may not know that you've run into at trade shows or industry events or training, and forming an even better bond and relationship with those people, getting to share ideas and experiences. That was awesome. So I knew that I wanted to be part of that, coaching that so many of us are in, and that kind of introduced me to that. And then fast forward to our last Institute Summit in Florida was, just even a step above. It was awesome. Some of the presenters there that covered subjects that are so important to us now that we're all learning how, it's a big challenge to be able to communicate well with our employees and retain them. And gosh, there were just different speakers that had different spins on really important and impactful ideas and ways to engage with your employees, or attract them, retain them, understand them, and grow together. I just can't say enough about that.
Well, so
Is it,
go ahead, Brett, you go first.
I guess being a first timer, Parker and Jimmy, is it like like another training event, like a Vision or an ASTA or coming to Tools here in PA, or is it more geared towards you as an individual where you're going to sit and hear a phenomenal speaker and not have to register for different classes? I guess that would be a question I have.
You
Parker?
want me to hit that, Jimmy? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Happy to. Definitely it is a little bit more of a opportunity for us to go and listen and learn from the speakers and not necessarily have to sign up for a bunch of classes. You're right, in that. The Institute has a handful of different presenters that'll be speaking throughout the series of the summit, and covering different topics that are relevant to what we're doing. And so yeah, it's not like going over to Apex or SEMA, or I'm sure the Maaka events that you guys will be putting together. A little bit different. You don't have to sign up for all those classes. You're just, they're going to kind of lay it out for us. They're going to have a series of things for everybody that attends, to kind of network together and go through these different events. The last time I was there, they brought in quite a few vendors that they have vetted. Again, I think we had talked about it before. It's not a sales pitch or anything like that. They're genuinely interested in bringing you some resources, and letting you interview these different companies, people that they've vetted, they know are good sources, and then hey, it's up to you to have a chat with them and see if there's a spark or a relationship that you want to happen, and you can pursue that later on. But they definitely just do a good job of putting stuff in front of us that can really help us to grow.
And
Yeah.
I think that's important. That's any aspect. You have to interview everybody to see if it's a good fit for you. And I think what you guys are going to be putting on at the summit is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, and to that point, I've done the first interview. I've met with every single one of these vendors. I've vetted them. We've gotten client support. We've got case studies. We've got testimonials that say, "Oh my gosh, yes, this is a great company. They have really made a difference in my business." We're not going to bring in a company that everyone is having an issue with, or a majority of people are having an issue with, or half of the people are having an issue with. If they're not addressing those problems, they're not going to be in our program. Plus, Brett, with our program, our certified and affiliate program with the Institute, as a vendor, you don't pay to be part of it. There's a lot of other coaching and training companies out there available in the industry where you might pay $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 to be part of their training program. That's the difference here at the Institute is, if number one, if we don't like you and you're just dorky people that we just can't get along with, you're out. If your product is having issues and you're not addressing it, and your clients are complaining and our clients are complaining, and you're not fixing it, you're out. There's no financial, oh, but we paid you 50,000 for the year. You have to keep us in. No, we don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty pleasant. On the last my experience in the past, that there was no pressure like that. It truly was, hey, let us just show you some resources that might be of interest to you. We're gonna let all these vendors, tell you a little bit about themselves. And if you realize that's something that could be useful to your company, your business, your operations, then have a chat with them, or get some contact information and hook up with them after the fact. So it truly was pure, and that there was no, hey, we want you to sign up, with these people. Not like that at all. So that was refreshing.
Yeah. I'll go back in time and tell you that there was a time period when I promoted a DVI, a digital vehicle inspection program, and that was the only one. It was the best one. It had the most function, the most features, the most everything. So I really was biased in saying, this is what your shop needs. All right. A little bit more wisdom, a little bit more maturity, a little bit time away. I'm going to tell you from a DVI point of view, number one, you need to be doing it. But number two, you need to find out what works for you and your shop.
Agreed.
Interview, discover, find out, what technology do you need? Do you have to upgrade your internet? Do you have to upgrade your cell phones? Do you have to upgrade your tablets? What tablets do you need? What do you need more chains along the way inside your shop so that you have a good internet? What is it that you need? But every shop absolutely needs to be doing a DVI. If you do a DVI and a tech is making a recommendation, if you always take a picture, the client majority of the time is going to buy it.
Pictures speak 1,000 words.
Oh, they do. They
Video
totally
speaks
do.
louder.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm constantly telling, I've got a few coaching clients as well, and I'm constantly sharing with them, if you have that experience where you come into some business for whatever it is, whether you're going to buy a steak at, from the meat market or just whatever, and you have a communication experience with that representative of that business that is just over the top. They give you all the information that you could ever even dream of. They present it well. They gain your confidence and have transparency, show you everything about it. When they're done letting you know how they can serve your need, you don't even care what the price is. You're just like, the service is so good, I know this person's taking care of me. So that's that feel.
Yeah.
And it's the same as looking for a business coach. You should interview and see who's going to be the best fit.
Yep.
And I definitely recommend anybody that's in business that may be having questions or struggle, go to these training events,
Yeah.
go to the summit and figure out, and then start interviewing some coaches and see which coaching company is going to best fit you to help you move your business in the right direction.
Absolutely. I agree. Those interviews go a long way. And even to that point, Brett, what about hiring a coach for 2 months? Hey, you know what? Whatever your program is, I want to meet with you for the next 2 months, and we'll meet twice a month for an hour, and I'll pay you your fee. I want to see if we jive.
I think a trial run would be good. I won't mention names. I signed up with one that I'm now in a contract with. Didn't realize what the contract was, but it, you're only going to get out of the coaching what you put into it as well.
Oh, that's true. There's no silver bullet, right, Brett?
There's no silver bullet. I signed up with a business coach a while back, left because I wasn't putting in the work and it wasn't fair to him or the group or anybody else. So that's why I left.
Yeah.
And fell into another one and got to talk to Cecil and Jimmy. And that's where I'm going to go. But I think a trial run with any coaching company would be a great scenario to see, again, if it's the right fit.
Yeah.
How many times you do an interview with the prospective employee? Not just one time.
3, right?
At least
Minimum.
3. At least 3.
Parker, how many times do you interview?
2 to 3 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't you take them to dinner too?
We do. I typically start off asking for our, if they've come in and filled out an application or reached out through our website, and asked to apply for a position, I generally ask them, hey, the first thing I'd like to do is, can we just go, off the record, unofficial? Let's just go sit down and have lunch or a dinner or breakfast. Depends what their availability is. I don't care. I'll make
Yeah.
my schedule work, and let's just sit down and break bread together and get to know each other a little bit. So I love to tell them about myself, and then I like to hear about them. And at that point, we already start having a pretty good idea if we have the
It's a
right
fit.
culture and fit. Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, if somebody has an application, or I'll have them at least do an initial conversation. I don't do the first one where we go off site, so it's usually in my office. It's just a com, you know, casual conversation, and it's kind of what
Nice.
Parker's doing. You're getting a feel, and
Yeah.
most of you will have a gut feeling about that person if you want to bring them back for the second time or even the third time. The second time is when I would usually offer to meet off-site dinner, and the third time, if I still need that third time, is where I give them usually invite their spouse as well,
Yeah.
because you're not only interviewing them, you're interviewing the whole spouse. Because if you get the spouse to buy in of what you're selling, it's going to be a no-brainer for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I've had a few of the people that I really was seeking to have an opportunity to get to come to work for me, and I can think of four that are in my building today that at one time in the past, when I was trying to hire them, I had them bring their spouse and even children, and I bring my wife, and we go sit down and have a meal and visit and get to know each other, and you learn a lot about those people through that, and they learn about you, and get some confidence as to what kind of person or what kind of employer you might be.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Breaking bread with people, you get to discover a whole nother level. There's comfort, there's ease. Discovered Parker and I were able to break bread here a while ago and discovered a lot of similarities between our two lives, which is so much fun to
Oh,
discover.
for sure.
Okay, I'm going to steer this back a little bit.
Yeah.
We've gone down a rabbit hole, which I love doing. Let's go back to the summit. We talk about the past speakers. So Parker, some of the past speakers that are outside of the automotive industry, and the reason we bring them in is because they're outside of the automotive industry. They bring an insight to us. They bring a different perspective for us. Chip was there.
Shasta.
Shasta, thank you. Chip, Shasta, and Kevin were there 2 years ago.
Yep.
Phenomenal. What are some of your takeaways from each of those, or pick your favorite, or
Oh yeah.
what
I
was?
mean, we're all so busy. I don't remember what I had for breakfast, but the impact from those speakers that Cecil had brought in was I remember the names, Chip Eichelberger, he was amazing, talking about taking care of yourself, your personal health, mental health, physical health, and how that allows you to be a better leader and have better relationships with your people. So it's something that you wouldn't necessarily think, oh, am I gonna get an accounting lesson or a coaching lesson or a leadership lesson? But it was just huge impact. And then Shasta was equally, impactful, talking about friendships and relationships inside of our companies. And more, that's paramount to a lot of the younger generations. When I was in the dealerships or working for other companies, all I cared about was, keep me full of work and make sure my rate's good. And I don't need to be told I'm doing good. I'm just gonna bill a whole bunch of hours and be happy. And, think there's still some of those people around, but things have changed. So her message was great to give us some tools. And then Kevin Brown, the final speaker, oh my gosh, the hero effect. He's got that book out, and whew, boy, he told a story of the impact that one employee could have on your company, or how they're taking care of customers. It was an inspirational thing, and it gave you ideas and tools to do the same within your own company and share with your people, that can, help us be the best.
Yeah, and that's that Aunt B. They called her Aunt B, the Aunt
Yes.
B effect.
Yeah, that was
And
awesome. Those stories about that woman worked for Disney, and you know, she went above and beyond to help Kevin with his family, and from that going above and beyond, she gained some ideas. And when they went back, I don't know what it was, maybe 10 years later, she had helped Disney develop a program that was serving hundreds of thousands of challenged kids a year, that was just amazing.
because of their special diet.
Yep. Yeah, it
Yeah.
had to do with a special diet for these kids,
And wasn't
and
it apple pancakes or
it was something like that, and
yeah.
it was something they didn't have. And when they came into the restaurant the next day, that Aunt B asked if Kevin's son would like to have that meal that he had requested, and they couldn't, you know, fulfill the day before. And they thought, well, what are you talking about? I thought you didn't have that. And she said, I stopped on my way home and got it, so I'll have it for you now. In the middle of Disney, it was just,
Disney World, dude. They
yeah.
went there every day for the rest of their trip.
Yep.
Jeez.
Same table, same seats, same server. Aunt B was there, and Kevin's son got that same special meal that he wanted, and that's part of their program now.
Yeah.
And I think that's key to any keynote speaker. So many times you go to these events, they're bringing in industry experts, and I think bringing in people from the outside that has nothing to do with our industry to speak to us as a person is key, because we are not in the car business. We're in the
Yeah.
people business, and where do you connect with people on a personable level? Kind of what we talked about with the interviews. I'm
Oh
curious
yeah.
about how this event's going to run, being a first time comer, and I'm bringing my wife, so to let her
Excellent.
experience some of this. I'm kind of interested, Parker and Jimmy, of what the work, the breakout and the workshops are going to be like.
Go, Jimmy.
They're going to be amazing. Okay, so to the speakers outside the industry, Dan Clark. Okay, he's somebody you want to look up. Why? Dan Clark is the stories behind, the experiences behind Chicken Soup for the Soul. You know Jack Canfield. Jack Canfield is famous for Chicken Soup for the Soul because of Dan's stories. So Dan is the one that brought all these stories together. Amazing. He's going to talk about leadership and about leading your shop and about being a leader. He's phenomenal. Dan Clark, you definitely want to look him up. Second day. Oh, and by the way, he's doing a special, Parker. He's doing a special thing just for the GPG
Oh boy,
the first day on Wednesday. So
fantastic.
when everybody else gets there on Thursday, you will have already heard Dan Clark once, and you get to hear him a second time. So he
Can't
comes
wait.
in, and then the first day of the conference is not the GPG day. The first day of the conference, second day of the conference is Dr. Jessica Kriegel, and she is talking about small business culture. She is a culture expert. She just recently finished interviewing thousands of small businesses. Anybody here own a small business? Uh-huh. So this is to us. This is our culture. How can we affect our culture? So she's got some really good information that she's going to talk to us about culture and making a difference in your shop and making a difference today. Super awesome. And then the third day, which is Saturday, is Ross Bernstein. Ross has written, it's either 30 or 50 books, sports books. He has interviewed thousands of professional athletes to discover what is that thing? What's that X factor? What is it that separates the best of the best to be the number one? What is that champion code? What is that thing that they do that other people don't? Why is it that they're always best of the best and top of the top? Those are the outside the industry. And then from within, we do have a couple of shop owners that are going to have what we're calling a lightning talk. and their lightning talks is going to talk about their experience and what they've done in their experiences. And we got 5 or 6 of those. Then we also have some breakout sessions. And in these breakout sessions, these are bonus breakout sessions on Saturday. They're not required attendance, but there are breakout sessions. This is the future of our industry. Where are we going? So a lot of these are put on by different vendors of our industry in their roadmap and where they're going. So Bret, that's probably the one where you do want to be a little selective of who am I going to go listen to, because you get 2 and there's going to be 4, maybe 6 for our bonus breakouts. Oh, I think it's 4.
Well,
Just to
it's
remind.
it sounds like a must attend event. So I'm anxious to come down. I owed my wife a vacation.
Yeah, yeah.
This was a perfect opportunity to incorporate both into one trip,
Nice.
appease the wife, and
Nice.
help build my career going forward and my
Okay.
business.
Now, to the wives coming. Parker's your wife coming?
100%. She was there last time and enjoyed herself immensely and loved all the networking that goes on around all our schedule as well, that is inclusive, as well as having some time to just relax. And so as soon as she knew that there was another summit happening, the first question was where? Florida. Oh, whoa, Amelia Island, even better. Okay, so we're going, right? So absolutely, she's coming
Yes,
along,
dear.
and I'm also bringing my manager Daniel, and he's bringing
Nice.
his wife as well.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Okay, so gentlemen, to you and your wives, I'm bringing my wife as well. Rhonda's coming,
Perfect.
and she's excited. So she's excited to hear these 3 main speakers that are outside the automotive industry. Past that, she's like, yeah, wah, 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 wah. I want to go have fun. So she's going to plan some fun things. So Bret, if your wife wants to come and listen to the main speaker and then go have fun, go to town shopping, go get a Segway and go tool around, go, who knows? Parker, you've got the
Yeah,
golf cart, right?
that's
So
right. We rented the golf cart, so there's transportation around the resort and plenty of
What
seats open.
one question is that golf cart like the beer cart on the golf courses?
I
Where's the
don't
keg go?
know.
no,
I'm
no,
sure
no,
that
no, no.
I'm sure they'll be able to figure that out.
Brett's like, how can I pack my keg to bring it to a million? I like, so bring your wives. Ladies and gentlemen, bring your significant others, your spouses, your +1, because there is good times to be had. Every morning is the speaker. I guarantee every one of these speakers are best of the best. They're absolutely amazing. You're going to love it. And then after that, after lunch, go off and go to the spa for the rest of the day. Go to the swimming pool, jacuzzi, go to town, go shopping. This is an all-inclusive resort. So there's plenty of things to do in February in Florida, 6th through the 8th. I think the average temperature is like 70, 72 degrees. It's going to be very, very nice.
It's
Can't
gonna
wait.
be, yeah, get away from the snow.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody that wants to get away from the snow, this is your opportunity. So you definitely want to do it. Our theme is stand out. So what are you going to do as a shop to stand out in your market? We talked about at the beginning when we were starting that is our event, is stand out. And man, we're packing together one heck of an amazing program so that all of you, all of us, all of our industry is able to come together, lock arms, work on ourselves individually. We're all humans. We make mistakes. We're all humans. We're all human. We want to improve. We want to be better. Then we can also work on our businesses as well. But let's start with the individual, and then we can work into our business as well. So I'm excited. I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
excited too.
Yeah,
All right.
the networking that's going to go on for you as well. If you come out, you're going to come home with so many nuggets and ideas and inspiration. So it definitely, we grind away, and sometimes it gets a little bit old, and it's nice to have something that kind of gets gets us wound up again and excited about, trying to get our shops. I'm always looking to figure out how to get to the next level. I do have a coach from the Institute, Jennifer Holbert, and she's always telling me you gotta, celebrate what you've done. And I'm like, well, I'm very happy with it. I'm happy with my team, and now I want to get to the next stop.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
that's everybody has goals, but once you achieve your goal, what's the next one? You got to keep going.
What's the
Yeah.
next goal?
Yep.
Yeah, and this helps you. This will definitely help you to identify where you could go, get some ideas from other folks that are attending as well as the people the Institute brings in. It's invaluable.
Parker, can I brag about you for a minute?
Come on.
So Parker had a record-breaking month last month, Bret. Record-breaking. And until I said it the way I said it, I think he was struggling trying to remember this number.
Oh, the Oldsmobile number. Yep, last month was like an Olds 442.
$142,000. Congratulations, Parker.
Wow.
Thank you. My team. It's all my team.
It's all the team. And you've set up the team extremely well. They're operating, functioning really well as a well-oiled machine.
Yeah,
As you
everybody
should.
here. Yeah, we all, so many different people, even out of my company, have attended different, groups and so forth with the Institute, even different sections that they offer, and they get fired up about it as well. So this is more of that. Let's rub elbows. Let's, share our challenges and learn from each other. So a lot of that happens here.
Yeah.
And I've attended training events for probably 30 plus years, training seminars. The biggest takeaway I get is what you guys are touching on, the networking with our peers.
Yeah.
Because like you said, Jimmy, we all make mistakes. We all run into a wall. We've got knocked down, but if you reach out and you go to these events and you get to know other people across the country from our industry, they've run into this and maybe have a solution. Reach out. And that's one of the biggest things I look forward to going to these events and, getting to know everybody and networking with the peers across this industry, whether it's on the repair side, the training side, or the vendor side. It's all part of what we do. And what Lucas and David said, changing the industry is what we're all here to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's a small it's a small world. That's part of what's so fun. Even though we're all spread out across the US and up into Alaska and everything else, you're gonna run into people, get to know them, or maybe you already have, friends that are gonna be there that you don't get to see that often, and it's that small world feel, getting to network. I don't care if you did 40,000 or 400,000 last month. I'm excited to hear or what you're doing, see your shop, hear about your operation, happy to share whatever I have going on. But that's the value is all that networking and ideas and inspiration that Cecil's going to help us get with these speakers and the vendors that Jimmy's helped vet and put together to give us some ideas. I mean, it's a great package. So take it seriously. If you're thinking about doing it, do it. You won't regret it. And I look forward to seeing, as many new people as I can and old friends too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't think of it as an expense. Think of it
No.
as an investment.
Because it is.
It's an investment in you and your business. And for me, an investment in my wife to help.
You're coming down
that.
Sunday to Sunday, aren't you, Brad?
I'm coming down for the week. Yep.
Nice.
Actually,
Nice.
we're coming down. We just decided we're going to come down on Friday. We're going to go see her sister in Orlando till Sunday.
Nice. That'll be fun.
So I am appeasing the wife.
Smart man. Yep.
Yep.
That's
happy wife, happy life.
Yep.
Gentlemen, this is going to be next level. Oh, you know what? A couple of other things we should mention. You Parker, and you reminded me that Cecil is going to talk to us. Yes. He's going to bring us wisdom, 26 years in the industry, coaching and training, add on an additional 10 or 15 years in front of that in running shops. He ran shops back in the 90s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. 3 shops out of one shop, he was doing $2 or $3 million a year in the 90s. Their efficiency was in the 125, 126% range. He did a really good job. So he's got a lot of great ideas to help us, inspire us, give us things to look at and work towards. As well, Michael Smith is going to talk about the future of the automotive industry. For those of you paying attention, you saw what happened in the collision industry. You notice that there aren't very many mom and pop shops out there anymore because there's a roll-up that's happening. A lot of the insurance companies have come through and purchased these mom and pop collision shops. And that's what it's called. It's called a roll-up. You're also seeing it in the automotive industry over the last 6 years. There's been a lot of mergers and acquisitions, a lot of private equities coming into the industry. So are you prepared as a shop owner, when that knock comes on your door? Do you know the right questions to ask, the right things to say, the right information to exchange? And don't exchange too much. Don't give away too much. What is the right amount? If they're knocking on the door and wanting to purchase your business, is there a plan that continues your legacy, or are you cut off and done? So Michael's going to talk about the future of our industry and what we can do as an industry to lock arms so that we can create some generational wealth.
That's another great point, because there's certainly people out there listening or going to listen to this podcast and what we had to say, and resources like Michael Smith, he's going to be there. And so whether this is something that interests you or not, if it is, the resource is available to you. If you come to the summit with the Institute, you're going to have a chance to talk to Michael, and he loves people and loves sharing his message. So you will have an opportunity to speak with him. And if you find that, his knowledge is unbelievable. If you find that I want more of that knowledge, well, you'll find out how it's available for you ongoing through the Institute, but you'll have a great chance to spend time meaningful. Like, he will give you some content and really share with you. And there's a little bit of that in different areas too, as far as advisor training and advisor performance groups. There are people there that will be at the summit that can help, give you some ideas there too. So really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be exciting. Michael Smith comes from the Fortune 500 private equity arena. So that is his background. That's what he's done. A year ago, March, he closed the first automotive private equity deal, 42, 43 rooftops, and it was multi-million dollars. Brian Bates out of Denver, check him out. That's the real deal. So Michael Smith, we're looking for the class of 26 right now. Why do I call it the class of 26? Next year's 25. Can't we be ready to go? Well, it takes 30 rooftops minimum coming together for this to work. You've got questions. Michael's got the answers. I'll let you go first. You can ask Michael those questions.
Yeah, this will be a great spot to come and get a vacation, get some inspiration, some networking, and a whole bunch of valuable idea information like that. People like Michael.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. For sure. Questions, comments, concerns?
I think we're bringing also another fun thing to your event, our jacket exchange.
Yeah. Let's talk about that, Bret. What are we going to do? Hold on. Let me grab my jackets.
Well, it kind of started with me at Tools, like Andrew said, making Jimmy step his game up, gave him a run for the money. So we actually did it at ASTA as well. Problem is the women got involved, and we don't stand a chance.
They took it next level. Their bling bling was way beyond. So this is the one I got at Tools from Bret. It is the gold standard. Yes, it's phenomenal.
So you have to make sure that people understand that this is Bret or Jimmy or whoever is going to participate bringing this jacket for the other participant to don.
Yep.
Yep, so they get to walk away with it. So make sure you bring one that you're willing to walk away with or release.
We did have some rules. You would have to be willing to wear it yourself. That was our rule, remember?
Yes. So no
embarrassing jackets that you wouldn't put on yourself.
Exactly. So no unicorns. I would not wear a unicorn or a flamingo. I might wear a ace of spades or something like that, or Route 66, but definitely not into the Care Bears or anything like that on my jacket. So you're not going to see that from me. So anybody that wants to participate, this is just a fun thing to do. This is totally just a fun thing to do. It's not a requirement. Parker, you're not required to do this, but if you do want to participate, send us an email with your jacket size and we will make sure to exchange so that everybody is able to exchange a jacket. Parker, you're nodding your head. Does that mean you're in?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to see what kind of ideas I can come up with, make sure I be in your league before I
So
agree
you
to
can go
participate.
classic.
Classic was
Parker.
good. Jimmy gave me a classic jacket. I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah. Classic
loved it.
jacket that you can wear out on a date. You can wear it to dinner. You can wear it to the networking. You can wear it to church. Classic.
The funny thing
Or
was that the bling bling jacket that I came to Tools with, Jimmy forgot his, saw mine hanging, and ordered that black one he had to have it at Tools on Saturday.
Yeah, I think I heard that story. A little last minute recovery there. Good job, Jimmy. Good job.
thank you. Thank you.
And I got a trophy for whoever decides we wore it best. I got a big old plastic chain.
Nice.
Yep. Yep. So that'll be fun to do. If you want to participate, put your jacket size in an email. Send the email over to me, Jimmy at wearetheinstitute.com. I'll show that email here in a second as well, because we're coming in to land the plane here, gentlemen. Last bits of advice. If you had a magic wand and you were able to grant a wish in our industry, something you'd like to see changed, something you'd like to see improved, something you'd like us to consider, what would that be? Bret, we'll start with you first with your magic wand. Parker, then we'll pass it to you.
If I had a magic wand it could change, I wish the industry nationwide would be standardized, that we could all charge what we're worth.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Yeah.
That-
Boy, do I
yeah.
have stories to support you on that point.
That's
That would
good
be
stuff.
that would be my magic wand.
That's a good magic wand.
Yeah.
Okay, Parker, to you, brother.
Okay. I would say my magic wand would be that everybody in our industry have an opportunity to have a coach and be coached and see what an impact that will make on your life, your family life, your work life, just all the way around. There's a lot of people out there still not necessarily coached. And when you do make that decision, and I talked about that earlier, that's what, Brian Bates introduced me to the process, and it changed my life.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And that's a perfect cue. Thank you for the tee up, though that was not orchestrated that way. It is teed up perfectly to talk about the Institute, talk about coaching and training. We're going to meet you where you are, whether you're at that 4,000 a month, 40,000 a month, 400,000 a month. Where are you today? What do you need? What does your business need? What does your company need? That's where the Institute is able to come in with our coaches and our trainers. Why? Well, look at every single professional athlete. They all have a coach. You know the professional athlete, Michael Jordan, but how well do you know his coaches? You don't. And that's okay, because Parker Branch is the superstar. Parker Branch is the rock star. Bret Fadley is the rock star. He is the lead singer. So he's going to be the one that gets all the fame and fortune from this. We're just saying you need some help to get there. The Institute can help you, whether you're starting with your advisors, your managers, you as the owner. And once you have your numbers in line and you are ready to graduate into the Gear Performance Group, which is where Parker is with the GPG, Gear Performance Group. Where is that here on my map? Number 2, Gear Performance Group. That is that next level of accountability that you have amongst peers and working together. All the way up into the high performance group and the venture strategy networks. We're going to meet you where you are. If you'd like to have an analysis of your business and talk about your business and what the potential is, go ahead and scan that QR code, and we'd love to connect with you to help you where you are today, because it's going to be awesome and amazing. To go from starving and surviving to a position of thriving and standing out, it's a different world. Colors are brighter, air is cleaner, food tastes better, the grass is greener, it grows under your feet faster. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful thing. So let's get together. Let's see what we can do to help you out, because we can take it to that next level. Next week, we do have, oh, those dates are wrong. It's the 17th through the 19th, I think. Okay, we'll go with the 18th through the 20th. Stuart did it right. Scan this QR code. This is Leadership Intensive. This is Michael Smith. He is leading this group, talking about the future of our industry. This is very human-centric learning. So this is not going to be how to write a repair order, how to do an invoice, how to balance your balance sheet, balance your income statement, or your P&L. This is human-centric leadership training, and it's awesome. I've done it. It's super good. You definitely want to go, because it will take you up to that next level. And the whole reason, the whole purpose for this is talking about the summit. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. I can't wait to see you there, February 6th through the 8th. It is going to be awesome. Next level. Definitely go check it out on our website, wearetheinstitute.com/summit. Check out that event, because it is going to be awesome and amazing. This is my email. This is my cell phone number. Send us your jacket size, all those that want to participate. And yes, we will make sure that we have sufficient jackets that everybody gets to walk home with a jacket. And with that, thank you very much, Bret. Thank you very much, Parker. Thank you for your time today, as we talk about what we can do as an industry to stand out, as we lock arms to make sure nobody's left behind. Thank you very much,
Absolutely.
guys.
Thank you.